Welcome to Change Your Story, the podcast that helps women build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life from the inside out.
I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition educator, and mindset mentor, and I am here to help you feel strong, confident, and free in your body. Not by starving, shrinking, or punishing yourself, but by training with a purpose, eating with a purpose, and having faith through the process so you can change the way you see yourself forever. Inside this podcast, we break free from diet culture, perfectionism, and all the stories that have held you back. We rewrite the new ones rooted in truth, strength, and self-love. You will hear real talk, faith-fueled encouragement, proven fitness and nutrition strategies, and the mindset tools you need to stay consistent, stay focused, and believe in yourself again. If you are ready to stop starting over, build a life you love, and finally change your story, you are in the right place. Let's build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Let's rewrite your story. What is up, my girlies? Welcome back to the podcast today. I am so excited for today's episode. It's something that I have been so obsessed about, learning about, just such a nerd and a dork about, but I love learning about it so much. And as I was learning about it, I'm like, I have to share this. I have to share this with my girls. I have to share this secret with my girls, this amazing thing that has totally impacted my life in such a beautiful way. It was even impacting my life before I realized it was, but then once I realized how much I could help this topic that we're going to talk about impact my results in my body and in my health and in my life, I knew I had to share it with you. Okay, so again, I didn't really understand this stuff until later on in my life. I had no idea about this. It's probably been the last 5 years, I would say, that I've really gotten into it. But once I did, I just feel like this light bulb went off. Again, I just became such a nerd for the science, the spirituality, the way it all connects, because it finally made sense of why we stay stuck in the same stories about our body, our health, and our life. And so here's what I realized. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And that means, ladies, if you want to change your story, if you want to change your body, your habits, your relationship with yourself, you can't just work harder on the outside. You have to shift your internal state, because your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, they are all setting the frequency you live in every single day. And here's the thing, when you start to change that, everything changes. Your mindset, your cravings, your habits, your results. And that's why today's episode is so powerful, because once you understand that everything is energy, including you, you'll see a transformation that's not just about what you do, but it's about who you become. So if you're ready, let's dive in. Before we dive in, I want to know if this episode really resonated with you. Did it get you as excited as it's gotten me? Let me know on social media, email me, tag me. I want to know if this has put a light bulb on for you too. If you love learning about this stuff, let me know, because I want to find my frequency sisters. I want to find my girls that we can manifest together. Okay, so again, what we're talking about today, it's called the law of vibration. All right, everything is energy, including you. And I know that can sound a little woo at first, but stay with me, because this isn't just spiritual talk, it's science, it's universal law, the law of vibration. Okay, so here's what that means. Everything in existence is vibrating. Your body is made up of atoms, and those atoms, they're never still. They're always moving, always buzzing, and always giving off a frequency. So cool. Okay. And at first, when I first heard that, it still took my brain a bit to like really think about that. So I'm going to be giving you lots of stories and analogies today, which I love, helps me learn. I hope it helps you learn. So again, when I say everything is energy, what we're really saying is everything is vibrating. So nothing is truly ever still. That includes you, your thoughts, your emotions, your words, and your body. So think about this. Think about Wi-Fi. You can't see it, you can't touch it, yet you know it's there because you're connected. Or the radio waves. You don't see them flying around in the air, but when you tune in the dial just right, boom, music plays. That's vibration. Invisible forces that connect, carry, and transmit energy all the time. So your thoughts and feelings work exactly the same way. You are the freaking radio. You are the transmitter. So just because you can't see your thoughts and feelings doesn't mean they're not powerful. Okay, so I'm reading this book by Bob Proctor, and he's talking about attitude. But I just this one spot in there, and I swear, again, once you learn how the law of attraction works, I swear this was just put there for me as I was thinking about this episode, which was so, again, cool, random how this worked. I was planning this episode, and then I'm reading this book, and randomly this part's in it, and it's this. He talks about attitude. So attitude is actually a creative cycle which begins with your choice of thought. Okay? Thought is energy. Thought waves are cosmic waves of energy that penetrate all time and space. Thought is considered by many authorities to be the most potent form of energy in existence. As you internalize your thoughts, you become emotionally involved with them. So the second stage of forming attitude, I also say, aka your mindset, you move your entire being, your mind and body, into a new vibration. So your conscious awareness, ladies, of vibration, it's called feeling, okay? And that's incredible. Your attitude, your mindset starts with your thought. Your thoughts are energy. And when you internalize them, they become feelings. And those feelings, they are simply you becoming aware of the vibration that you're living in. Amazing. Like, this is so cool. It's going to get even cooler. So stay with me. So the way you feel right now, as you're listening to this, is simply your body telling you, hey, this is the frequency we are tuned into. Okay, I'll make this even easier for you, okay? It's getting exciting. I'm getting so excited. Again, I told you I'm going to nerd out. Imagine you blow a regular whistle. Everybody hears the whistle, right? Now imagine you blow a dog whistle. And if you've ever blown a dog whistle, we have them for our dogs, you don't hear anything, but your dog goes crazy. It's bizarre. I'm like, this whistle's not working. It's because you can't hear it, but the dog's frequency is tuned into it. It's still there. Your frequency isn't tuned into that type of, frequency. It's a vibration. So some frequencies you hear, some you feel, and some you don't consciously notice, but your body and your cells and your subconscious absolutely pick up on them, right? Your dogs go crazy for the dog whistles. You're like, what the heck is even going on? Now, I want to share something else with you, okay? Animals are so cool to play this out. And I noticed this with my animals. So I was thinking of like how cool this is. So think about your pets, okay? Have you ever noticed how they respond to your emotions, right? If you're angry, even if you don't say a word, they start acting agitated, they bark, they maybe growl at you, they start pacing back and forth. Or if you're crying, they come and comfort you. If you are peaceful, they curl up and rest. Again, they don't understand your words, but they feel your vibration. You don't have to say anything, and they feed off of the frequency that you're giving off without even talking. It's absolutely so cool. That's why they also say, with people around horses, be careful because they can sense your fear. And that's not just a saying, it's bioenergetic reality. So animals are deeply tuned into vibration. That's how they're very hypersensitive. So Another cool thing is if you are a very sensitive person, you're already tuned in. You know, when you say you can walk into a room and you can feel the tension or you can feel the energy, that's literally, there's some people that are really hypersensitive. I'm one of them. So a lot of the time my husband will be like, what are you talking about? Everything's fine. I'm like, no, something is off, and I'm always right. Something is off. Or if something feels good, I'm like, I just have a good feeling about this person. I can feel their energy, right? So here's the thing. If animals can feel it, what do you think your own body, your cells, and your nervous system are picking up from your thoughts every single day? Ladies, think about what you're thinking about. Think about your internal dialogue. Is it a high frequency or a low frequency, right? So here's something that's cool. Like I said, I have so many analogies for you. This analogy is about tuning forks, okay, and resonance. Okay, so here's another way to picture it. If you strike a tuning fork and place one nearby that's tuned to the same frequency, the second fork will automatically start vibrating without being touched. Okay, that's called resonance. Now, energy resonates. You resonate. This is why you naturally connect with some people and feel drained by others. It's not random, it's resonant. So it's like it gives off this wavelength. That's why they say your vibe attracts your tribe. So that's why negative people would usually hang out with negative people, and positive people will repel negative people. It's this resonance that gives off this vibrational frequency, and kind of like a magnet, you'll attract what you want or what you don't want based on what your frequency is tuned into. And so this is going to get even cooler, ladies, okay? This is going to get even cooler. So there's this water study done by Dr. Masaruso Emoto. He's a Japanese researcher. He did famous experiments with water, okay? Some were frozen, some were just water, but I'm going to use the frozen example. So he exposed some water samples to different words, emotions, and even music, and then froze the water and studied the crystals under a microscope. And so here's what he found. He found that the water exposed to love, gratitude, peace formed beautiful, systematic crystals. How cool is that? But the water exposed to hate, anger, or harsh words turned jagged, chaotic, and broken. And there's another cool study that he did too, and it was actually with water, without it being frozen. And it made these beautiful like ripples in the water that were like in alignment and harmonious. And I believe that the water levels increased or something. I could be saying this wrong. I wish I would have found that example. And then the water that was spoken hate over and all of those, it started to actually evaporate. It started to dissipate, go away. And so this is really cool. Okay, so I should have probably gave that more context, but essentially, like, this is going to make more sense. So now remember, your body is made up of 60% water. All right. So if words can change the molecular structure of the water, right, structure, or make it more full or dehydrated, what do you think your thoughts and words are doing to the inside of you? So every cell in your body, ladies, has water in it. And so think about it. If we are speaking positive things, love, words that are uplifting, are empowering, are positive, what do you think that's doing to every cell in our body? It is vibrating at a higher frequency for health, for vitality, for energy. Just like if someone says something mean to you, it like you feel sad, your energy goes, you drop your head, everything starts to shrivel inward, right? You start to curl up in a ball when you cry, literally water leaving your body, which is sometimes a good thing. But in this case, just think about that shriveling that happens, the shriveling to our heart, the shriveling to our emotions. But when someone says something beautiful to us, it's like we're hydrated again. It's like we come alive, like joy, like we're like this river, we're overflowing with joy and happiness. So think about that. But we have more power over our thought and our mental state than anybody else can have. And so how we feel and the vibration that we give off is all due to our internal dialogue, the way we're thinking, our attitude, our mindset, the way we're speaking, the people that we're hanging around. Now, I have another cool experiment for you. So the HeartMath Institute, this is really cool. The HeartMath Institute, they studied for decades how your emotions create electrical signals in your body, especially your heart, okay? Now, when you feel love, gratitude, and joy, the heart rhythm becomes smooth and harmonious. But when you feel stressed, fear, and have anxiety, it becomes chaotic and jagged. That's why, you hear of people that are high stress having heart attacks. Their heart literally stops beating. Crazy, wild. Okay, so here is the cooler part, that your heart's electrical field, listen to this, can actually be measured several feet outside of your body. Again, your vibe attracts whatever you have in your life is attracted to you by the frequency that you're on. And so your frequency, your emotional state isn't just inside you. It actually radiates and impacts your hormones, your immune system, your brain, and the people around you. That's why you can feel, if you walk into a room, certain energy. If it's off, you're just like, oh, I don't like this. Or if it's scary, you get eerie. Or if it's joy, you feel joy. Or if everybody's celebrating, you feel that energy and you want to be around that. So that's just a little kind of examples. I loved those ones. I had to share them with you. So again, what does this mean, ladies, for your health and fitness goals? What does it mean? It means everything. Because here's the thing, your thoughts are energy, your emotions are energy, and your energy affects your habits, your cravings, your recovery, and your results. So that is why your inner dialogue matters. This is why shame and punishment on your health and fitness journey, they will not work. This is why healing isn't just physical, it's vibrational. Side note, I'm going to get totally sidetracked. I don't know if you've heard of the Spooky 2 machine. So my husband's boss has one, and it's this frequency machine, and it actually affects you on a cellular level. It's been known to shrink cancer cells, bring healing in your body. It has all these different frequencies to help with it affects your brain waves, anxiety, depression. It's called the Spooky 2 machine. So I know you can go Google it now. I don't know too much about it, but I know that this machine is cool. And there's been people that have had diagnosed with cancer that have used this and have put it in remission. So it's just cool. And it's just proof that everything is on a cellular level and everything is affected by our thoughts. All right. Two, before I want to get sidetracked, what we're going to talk about next week too is not only do your thoughts have a frequency, but your habits, your food, the food choices you have also carry a frequency. And if it's a high frequency, it's healing. If it's a low frequency, it's not healing. It's draining. All right. So again, I want to conclude this. I'm not done yet because I want to give you a little bit of homework, is that you cannot shame yourself into transformation. It doesn't work. You actually have to love yourself into transformation. That's why I say in order to have the body you want, you must learn to love the body you have. In order to have the body you want, you first must give your body what it needs, and then your body will do what you want. You have to shift the frequency that you live in. From fear to love, from punishment to power, from force to faith. All right, so I'm going to leave you with a journal prompt. Again, feel free to share these with me. You can tag me on social media. I love to hear what you thought about this episode because I could talk about this all the time. Okay, so journal prompt. Let me leave you with some reflections, all right? If you have a pen, get a pen, or just do a voice note to remember these. What frequency have I been living in lately? What frequency? Have you been sad, anxious, worried, depressed, negative, right? That tells you the frequency that you're on. Number 2, what emotion do I wake up in most days? That will also be an indication of what frequency you're on. And what thought could I practice today that would raise my vibration and support my body's healing? Right? We can always shift our energy by shifting our thoughts and shifting our words. Remember, everything is energy, including you. And when you start tuning your thoughts, your feelings, and your frequency, you will start changing your story. Well, my friends, if you love this episode, let me know. Leave a comment, leave a review. By the way, I had some people ask, where do you leave the reviews or the ratings? On Apple Podcasts, you just go to my homepage of my podcast, scroll to the bottom, you'll see the stars, hit the stars, hit those 5 stars. You can leave a review if you want to. I would love to know. If this podcast brings you any value, if you love hearing these, please leave me a review. It would mean the world to me. It would let me know that, you know what, my voice is making a difference in your life, and I need to keep showing up for you. And then tag me on social media on the episodes that you love most. Share with me. Send me messages on the stuff that you're like, I love this podcast. Do more of these. And then I'll do more of them. I do it to make an impact in your heart and your mind, because my goal with you, with this whole community on this Change Your Story, is to reach 100,000 women this year and impact your heart and your mind so that you are radically transformed from the inside out, so you can have a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Well, you guys, that is it. That is all for now. Until next time, bye for now.